spine. You know, look at that, look at that, look at that. Whenever, you know, you guys can use me to demonstrate the technique of the posture that we talk about all the time in class.
But the point is to stretch the lungs, right?
Yeah.
Oxygenate the body.
Of course, and just what the elbows role in that is just up as high as you can. Yeah.
Because we're warming up the shoulders
Let's do a
too.
couple more. You know, notice the contraction of the whole lower body consistent.
Yeah, what you're always telling me, strong foundation, body doesn't move at all, only the head and arms.
Look at the armpit too. So we don't talk about the
You look in the side mirror over there. You
Okay.
can see how straight the line is from the leg.
Yeah, that's what's helping him go back. The more he takes the arms back, the chest.
Stretching the face.
And one thing I noticed is, see how he starts bending from the very top of his spine? He's not automatically collapsing in the lower spine, which is what a lot of people do in beginning.
Because it's easy
It's easy, yeah. So you want to stretch. See how his chest went up into the ceiling, and then it starts to go back.
How do I
Yeah, pretty. See how he's folding from the sits bones? Sits bones up into the air?
in the hands, pinkies are almost all the way together, touching.
Elbows wrapped.
So, you know, not everyone's going to be able to lock the knees like that, but notice the sandwich of the upper body and the legs. Notice the arms, you know, how much I'm using my arms to pull in order to stretch the spine.
Can y'all tell that the weight's in his heels? Stomach's a little bit stretched still in his chest and the belly.
Look how high he brings up his heels.
See, he can still higher on the
The
toes.
higher you bring your heels up, the easier it is to balance. Straight spine.
Yeah, straight spine. Third part coming down. Compressing the joints, but he's not collapsed. He's still stretching, even though he's all the way down.
The hips are very
So we see what we keep saying, the thigh touches the chair again, you gotta bend and sit down first. Yeah. Because see how low, no lighter air between the foot and the back, but there's pressure. He's got balance there, keeping himself. You still have to eliminate the gap yourself.
between the ankle.
Jack or Joseph, you take this one.
Well, see the way that the toes come beyond perpendicular. You know, not at a 90-degree, but more than a 90-degree. And then the elbows come down and they stay down. So most of, you know, and then there's stillness, just still. Belly's tight, legs are solid.
just check the standing, get the standing, and you get the thighs perfect, just really out.
Then it can stay there without the arms.
This shows how you don't really need your hands in this posture. A lot of people emphasize so much. You don't really need to.
Chin shoulder. You tell me when my two heels are one line.
No.
That's a perfect posture. I'm kicking, I'm reaching 50-50, and then, you know, you spend some time there and just, you know, time-lapse photography, you know, it looks something like you're here, and then you spend time here. Once you have that, you have the chin shoulder, you have the two heels in one line, then the posture's complete. Posture's done. Then it's just a matter of time with, you know, the flexibility that you have to get the second leg to lock, or you know, to get the standing splits. So in other words, you know, is you know, once you get the shoulders to really open, That's the main thing that's going to give you the second leg lock for me. Because, like I said, once the two heels are in one line, that's the complete posture. And then it's just a matter of stretching the shoulders apart. Balancing stick.
Stretching, start to finish.
Chin stays forward, yeah.
Not trapping the neck.
Fastest with the ears, and then everything stretching forward. I'm stretching, my gaze, if I'm here, it's like I'm trying to look at the ceiling. I'm not going to change my arms and head relationship though. I'm looking at the ceiling, and then, in that same position, just parallel, here, I'm looking forward. I'm stretching forward.
I have a question about your hands.
Yeah.
On all
And you focus on squeezing the palms and straightening the arms. If you need to rotate the arms a little bit, take the palms together, whatever needs to happen.
I mean, can y'all see?
But the heels are not on the floor, and even the last couple fingers are not on the floor, because the weight's in the toes.
And he's using his arms. I mean, so much arm strength. Yeah, the belly's gorgeous on
And the
that.
legs stay locked.
You see, he sits down in the leg.
And the spine is straight right here.
Yeah, now that's as straight as the
Forward.
spine can be, but the first thing first is the leg. And then the elbow goes to the knee, not any lower. He's stretching the whole time. You gotta keep stretching up to the ceiling as you touch the toe. But see, that's with the stretching. The more he'll stretch, see that his head goes straight, turning the ear right in the mirror, the profile. And the hands, one line, 12 and 6 o'clock. So you get a nice triangle here. The elbow, he loses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. First you focus on getting down.
Yeah, doesn't matter what happens, you get the leg down.
Now, at this point, once you're down here, a lot of people need to push their hips forward more because they end up here. So push the hips forward. But once you're here, it's like you don't need to keep on rotating this way. Once you're here, and you're stretching this way, the hips are going to open up towards the mirror. I'm pushing my hips forward, left hip especially, right here, locking this leg. So I am going to be opening my hips that way, but it's not a priority to start with.
Yeah, his hips aren't moving.
Yeah, but he's worked for that. Usually it's the hip correction's the last thing that we all get, but we still work on it all throughout the posture.
As much as you're stretching the front, compressing the front, you're stretching the back, kidneys.
And do y'all see that's his forehead and not his nose or his chin or any other?